Welcome back. We know about the dangers of childhood lead exposure. Now add this to the list of bad effects: gun violence. A powerful study done at UW-Milwaukee says there is a strong link between childhood lead exposure and being a victim or a perpetrator of gun violence later in life. This study was done by UWM's Joseph J. Zilber School of Public Health and involved tens of thousands of subjects. We're talking now with lead author Lindsay Emer. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
So this is really a staggering study when you think about it. So according to your findings, how does lead exposure make people more likely to be the victim of gun violence or a perpetrator of gun violence?
So what we saw was that as children's average blood lead level went up, their risk for either perpetration or victimization went up as well, their risk for it.
And I mean, these are some really eye-opening numbers, because you're saying that 51% of gun violence victims could be attributed to having elevated blood levels. At that time, 56% for perpetrators.
Yeah, so what we did is we calculated the population attributable fraction, which looks at the amount of disease that could be attributed to the exposure. So how much gun violence could be attributed to lead 5 or above. And you include all the other factors that we also included, so sex and race, year of birth, and zip code. And so we found for this group during that time period, yes, it was 51% of victimization and 56% of perpetration could be attributed to lead levels 5 or above.
And when you say lead levels 5 or above, what exactly does that mean? What does that look like in a home?
Well, I can't necessarily say what it looks like in a home, but it's likely due to exposure to lead paint that maybe is chipping off the walls, or it's household dust related to the lead paint. We say 5 because that's the reference point, so there's no safe level of lead, but basically if a child has under 5, you're looking for that level versus above 5.
At what time period are we talking? How long of an exposure was this for these kids?
We don't know necessarily. We just looked at their average lead level. So we looked, say they had 3 lead levels, then we took an average of what those were. So for each kid it could have differed. We don't know.
And this study done in the city of Milwaukee, so I think some people sitting at home might look at this and ask, is it really the lead, or is it the fact that the victim might be coming, or the perpetrator might be coming from a disadvantaged area? And you said you accounted for that in this study.
Sure, you do the best that you can. So it's to account for other factors. You can never control for every single factor. You know, if you could design a study with all of the money in the world, maybe then you could control for every other factor. But we could control for the sex and the race and the year of birth and their zip code. So yes, there's the potential for other reasoning as well, but we do know that there's a significant amount of research that already supports our results. So we know that childhood lead exposure affects a child's brain in a way that it impairs future decision making and increases impulsivity, which are both conducive to criminal behavior. There's also a significant amount of research that has already connected childhood lead exposure with criminal behavior, including violent crime. So looking at all of that literature in addition to our results supports our results as well.
So how does lead affect your brain? I think a lot of people would find that fascinating.
It just impairs a certain part of your brain that then controls your decision making or your maybe level of impulsivity, your executive functioning.
So with all this information, with these numbers, what do you think city officials need to be doing about the lead problem? Are they doing enough?
Well, we already know that effective lead prevention strategies exist. What this does is it provides further urgency to fully support these efforts with the resources that are needed.
And so I know that this study happened 2 years ago, but it just takes time to publish.
Yes.
So what is the future of this? Where does this go from here, do you think?
Well, I think we always want to look at additional research and follow-up research, and I plan to do that as well.
And since this was done in the city of Milwaukee, is there any more information about rural areas? Because we know some rural areas have a lead problem too.
Right, because this is not this problem is not unique to Milwaukee. And so yes, if children were exposed to lead in other areas, they could also have increased risk. The question would be, do we have the data, and can we have the data to support that research, which is potential. There's potential there.
And because this study, it sounds very large. I mean, we're talking tens of thousands of people who were involved. So
Sure.
How confident are you in the results when you look at all these factors?
Yes, the sample size definitely increases the impact of our study. We had almost 90,000 individuals that we looked at, all born in Milwaukee during 1986 to 2003. And then we followed them to see if they then later committed or were a victim of gun violence between 2005 and 2015. And then also looking at all of the other research that supports these findings, we're confident in our results, yes.
Right, Lindsay Emer, thank you for sharing your research with us.
Thank you for having me.
Next, how the public feels about helping family farms.